Hello. How are we doing?
Hi, how are you?
Look at the company you're keeping.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty
Nice to see you.
good to see you too. Good seeing the folks today.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I think Democrats should show up more in rural America because it's America. Again, every person counts. The great lesson of COVID is that we all matter. And if we're not lifting up every single part of Kentucky, we're not doing our job. I think that Democratic candidates ought to tell people what they want to do and why they want to do it. They ought to be focused on those kitchen table issues that people stay up at night worried about. And they ought to design their solutions for those particular issues. Every time you're helping a family, every time you're helping somebody get ahead, that means something more to them than any national debate ever will. I don't think that there ought to be Republican policies and Democratic policies. I think there ought to be effective policies for our families. Whenever people get focused on the red versus blue or the D versus R, they lose focus that our job is to serve the families in our states or in our communities. Families want to hear that you're trying to make their life better. You're not trying to move something to the right or the left, but you're trying to help them move forward. So spending every single day trying to make life better, provide more hope.
How difficult is it going to be to try to neutralize Republicans who try to nationalize the government?
I think Kentuckians know me by now. They know who I am, and they're going to know the stuff that's not true. I've done my best each and every day to be me and to show Kentuckians how much I care about us, this Commonwealth, and where we're going. This race isn't going to be about the White House. It's going to be what's going on in the homes of each and every Kentuckian. And I think this last set of elections showed that if you want to be governor, people expect you to have a plan. People expect you to talk to them and not simply use some national talking points.
Would you like the president to campaign with you next year?
This campaign isn't going to be about national figures. It's not going to be about any other figures. It's going to be about the people of Kentucky. So you shouldn't expect me to bring in anyone, whether they're popular or not popular in Kentucky. I'm willing to run on my record. I'm willing to run on my relationship with the people of Kentucky, but it even shouldn't be about me versus another candidate. It should be about our families. It should be about their needs and who they believe will work hard every single day to help them.
In this far end, and as you walk over there, you're going to see something really amazing. 2 weeks ago, for the first time, we unveiled the first statue of a woman inside this Capitol. Her name is Nettie Depp.
People need to know you care. And people need to know you're not going to leave. These have been really personal to me. That tornado wiped out 70% of Dawson Springs, where I could have ridden a bike around and know where I was growing up, and you stood in the midst of that rubble and you couldn't tell where you were. Rebuilding the West and in the East is one of the most important jobs I've had as governor, but it's very personally important to me. And we are not going to stop until we get the entire job done. It'll be one of the most important things I've done in the first term. It'll be one of the most important things I've done in the second term. One of the reasons I'm running for re-election is to fully get that job done, because I made promises, not just to communities, but to individual families, and I plan on keeping every single one of them. That was like high school debate where they'll read the evidence behind the prompt as fast as they can. All right, thank you all. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.